Intro statement. Okay, you're not gonna believe this, but I streamed my entire Lost City run, but the stream was ass. I have no idea what happened here, but it kept freezing and glitching. And I didn't realize it the entire stream. So yeah, I had to replay the entirety of Lost City on my own and record it by myself, so my bad. So starting off in day 1, the gimmick of Lost City are these gold tiles, where if you put a plant on it, it functions like a sunflower and gives you 50 sun every now and then. Which is really helpful considering I have one sun producer and it's a solar tomato, which is more of an in-game sun producer. The plants you see I use on day 1 are pretty much the same plants I use throughout the entire world, since none of the plants in the Lost City are sold at Subway. The red stinger is based off a plant called the Lingera elateur. I don't need to tell you that that's not sold at Subway. Now, my most damage-dealing plant that I can use that's not insta-kill is the pepper pot. The problem with the pepper pot is there's a obnoxiously long cooldown on the seed packet, so that might come to a problem later. Day 3 is a world showcasing the guava plant. Yeah, we don't sell that at Subway, surprisingly. Look man, just cause some guy 4 years ago had strawberry guava lemonade at their store, doesn't mean I'm gonna count it. Day 4 introduced these shovel zombies that block fort fire, but with my plants being basically like lobbers or instas or stalls, it kinda doesn't matter. I'm getting to the point of the game where the game throws a lot of zombies all at once at me, which, you know, it's fine. I have a solar tomato, I get a lot of return on my investment on that. Day 5 introduced the Aki, a West African plant. Yeah, it's not solid sub with what you expect. Day 6, I start using the strategy I use for basically every other stage moving on. It's just to plant like cheap fodder plants on the sun tiles to like generate some sun early on. Even at the end of the stage, I still try to maintain at least one plant on these sun tiles. Day 7 introduced these parasol zombies that block lobbers from hitting them. I have a few ways of taking care of them. I use a chili bean, I can use a jalapeno, or I can like use the tomato, but I don't want to use the tomato just yet. Something funny is that the pepper pot's plant food effect actually doesn't get blocked by the umbrella, so that's another way to kill them too, I guess. Day 8 is use the plants they gave you and protect the flowers from being trampled. I thought at first I could get by using only the mushrooms and ice lettuce, because that would still fall under my rules. But the problem is, right, that these goddamn shovel zombies, I can't do anything about these guys. I have to like use the Aki for them. And before you ask, yeah, during the stream I did try to like have the shovel lift up and freeze a zombie to be able to shoot at them, but apparently the shovel zombie has permanent blockage from the front. Day 9 was a conveyor belt level showcasing the durian. We don't sell that at Subway. Yeah, we don't. This is an April Fool's joke, okay? It's not real. Also, I might be Arknight's brain rot, but doesn't the Snapdragon have the same like range as spear shooters from that game? Day 10 has like a really weird sun tile pattern in the center. I also started planting down pepper pots first to like account in the long recharge time. Overall, the day was pretty like uneventful. Some precarious moments, but I squeaked out just fine. Cool sub factors. When I first started working at Subway during my first week, there was a guy that I could barely hear, so I kept saying what when he said something because I couldn't hear him properly. When he got to the end of the line and paid for his food, he complained to my supervisor that I kept saying the word what. I got really sad when I was told that. Day 11, I brought the Endurance by accident. I didn't use it, don't worry. So far, the days have been pretty easy. I haven't been overwhelmed quite yet, but that will change in a bit. Day 12 threw a gargantuan at me, as well as had me generate 5,000 sun. The sun tiles count as producing sun, so that I'm good on that end. But I don't know why, right? During the stream, my first attempt playing this, I really struggled trying to reach the sun requirement, and this time around I just kind of beat it before even hitting the final wave. I've got so much sun that I don't know what's happening on the screen anymore. Day 12 is conveyor belt, we can just skip right over that one. Day 14, I can't pick my plants, we can just skip right over that one. Day 15, I had to protect 2 Akis, but honestly, with the amount of stall I have in my arsenal, it kind of was pretty easy. I didn't even need defense plants, it's not a problem. Day 16 was the gargantuan mid-world fight. These are pretty nice break to have, I will admit that. I just kinda got jump scared when 5 gargantuans appeared at the final wave. Day 17 introduced these camping tent zombies. When the tent drops down, it spawns new zombies. They're not that big of a deal, it's not that big of a hindrance. Just know that The solar tomato does not actually work on producing more sun from the zombies that come from the tent. Day 18 was conveyor belt level that showcased the Stalia. It's based on the plant Dahlia, the genus, but we don't have these at Subway, obviously. Day 19 is where I'm starting to get a bit overwhelmed with the amount of zombies throwing at me. I can't take care of all of them. Luckily, I have the jalapeno to clear out a whole lane. So for now, I'm still okay. Not to mention my army of stall. Day 20 is this Goofia, Gubia, Z pattern for gold tiles. Now, I haven't talked about them like at all so far, but these bugger zombies are really annoying. I have no idea how tanky these bugs are, but they are really tanky because good lord. Oh, so yeah, this is a part of the world where I get thrown like a lot of zombies all at once. It's starting to get a bit chaotic. I didn't like lose a stage at all my second round around. My first run I also didn't like lose, like I lost like 2 times only. So isn't that bad, it's just like really stressful. 6 sub facts. Subway car. That's the fact, it's just Subway. I don't know why this exists. Subway car. Day 21 is a showcase world for the toadstool. Like half the stages in this world are just showcases. Okay, sure. I mean, the toadstool is cute, I'll give it that. This is probably the most easiest non-tutorial stage in this game, because wow, you just spam on like these 2 towers and it's an easy win. Day 23 had this funky gold tile pattern, but other than that, it also introduced these swinging zombies. Yeah, I don't know why, but these guys are so gosh darn tanky, it's insane. Like these are the closest zombies to like ending my runs. Because I'm being overwhelmed with zombies at this point, I came up with a new strategy. I save as many lawnmowers as I possibly can until the final wave. Then I put all my efforts into like preserving those things without lawnmowers and have the other lanes like empty themselves. I am not kidding when I say that the Stunyon and the Farty Fart Bean might be the things that carry me through this world. Like honestly, the amount of stall that they give is so invaluable. Also, kudos to the Pepper Pod. Like, this plant food effect's pretty good at dealing with the zombies on the stage. It does really good splash damage as well. It's not like the most perfect choice I could pick, because I would prefer other lobbers, but it's fine. Oh boy, I'm so excited for this stage. I want to limit the amount of times I use the Ultimato because it's like really powerful, but at times like these where I have so limited plant slots, I think it's the perfect opportunity to use it. And I think it's fine, because like, look at this. I don't have a lot of sun at all. I have only 1 sun producer I can use according to my rules. So, you know, it's balanced. I had to let some lawnmowers get used before the final wave, but it's all worth it in the end. Also, the Ultimato can actually shoot through the shovel zombies. Yeah, I don't understand it either, just deal with it. Day 26, I have a singular gold towel! Lucky for me, they didn't throw a lot of zombies in this stage, so I was able to squeak it out just fine. Now, on day 27, they introduced these zombies that have these skulls that shoot out lasers and insta-kill plants. I didn't really pay attention to them at all. They weren't that big of a deal, to be honest. Once again, I use a strat of saving as many lawnmowers as I can until the last wave and like unleashing the whole fury of them on the enemy team. 28, I had to bend my rules a bit. Normally, I use only food items in Subway that are in stock, but for this time around, I'll consider the sunflower crunch bread. Just cause like, the iceberg lettuce has too short of a recharge time to deal with the amount of zombies they throw at me. Now there are two rows with tents that don't have fire towers on them, but for those I just let the bugger zombie fly over and trigger the lawnmower. Day 29 started a bit normal, it continued to be a bit normal, and at the end I kinda got overwhelmed a bit, but it's all fine. I saved all lawnmowers at the end somehow. I don't know, dude. Now, I know that the Solar Tomato is the sun producer of the team, but I have to give props to like its amazing stalling capability. It stalls a 3x3 area, that's actually crazy. Day 30 was a bit hard. I couldn't use the last 3 lanes because of mold and stuff. I was throwing everything at me. Shovel zombies, umbrella zombies, bugger zombies, swinging zombies. I have no clue how I made it to the last wave with no lawnmowers loose. Cool sub factors. Now, I'm not sure about other countries, but here in Singapore, right, franchise owners are allowed to like help promote their franchisee stores by themselves. The one I work at, like, we give out these cards where every $10 you spend, you get a stamp, you can get free items along the way. Day 31, they gave me the plants to use, so yeah, we're raggy. I think it's funny though, because like it has a magnifying glass, and you don't get that until far future. So like, if you're a new player, right, you might have like no idea what the hell this plant does. Day 32 is a zombie boss fight, that means we're done! Yay! Now, I will admit that I am very slow at making these videos. I'm sorry for that. It's gonna be like a year anniversary of the first video at this point. I'm not going to finish the series. It's just, yeah, sorry about that. Just know the next video might actually take a bit longer. Who knows? That's about it for this video. I'll see you in the far future, I guess. Bye.